sexual contact between you and Jason and your mother? Not at all.
No.
So, well, if we could tell you we've had some information about us.
That's completely false.
Mm-hmm. So why would Jason and Brian tell us that?
The world of crime is a dark and chilling place, even more so when those responsible are barely past childhood. Today, we delve into the spine-chilling tales of teenage killers. Our first tale unfolds in Lincolnshire, England. Kim Edwards, a 14-year-old girl, and her 15-year-old boyfriend, Lucas Markham, would soon shock the nation. The victims of their act were none other than Kim's own mother and younger sister. But why? Kim harbored a grudge against her mother, who had a very close relationship with her younger sister, Katie. Kim told one psychiatrist by 2015, Kim had a relationship with Lucas Markham, which her mother disapproved of. This led to Kim feeling further alienated from her family. On the night of the murders, Kim let Lucas into the house through the bathroom window. Armed with a bag of knives, Lucas first entered Mrs. Edwards' room, stabbing her 8 times while smothering her with a pillow to stop her screams. He then went to Katie's room and stabbed her twice in the neck while asleep. As we journey forth, we arrive in 2004 Alaska and its snowy solitude. Enter Rochelle Waterman, an academically successful teenager beloved by her community, but she had a deadly secret. Rochelle's relationship with her mother, Lori, was filled with tension. Rochelle felt oppressed by her mother's strict rules and expectations.
How's she with you in terms of how's your relationship?
It's pretty good. I mean, we have our normal teenage mother-daughter stuff. She doesn't like my black fingernail polish and that kind of thing. But we have a good relationship. We talk actually a lot compared to what I know about my friends and their mothers.
Rochelle was involved romantically with an older man, Brian Riddell, who had a criminal record. As her hate towards her mother intensified, Rochelle shared her feelings with Riddell, often expressing a wish for her mother to disappear. Riddell, along with his friend Jason, interpreted this as a request to murder the mother. On a cold November night in 2004, they transported Lori to a secluded location where she was brutally murdered. Following this, her body was set on fire in an attempt to eliminate evidence. Upon returning, Rochelle played the role of the shocked and grieving daughter.
They've told us everything. They've given you what, Rochelle?
Oh, they offered me and said no. I said I loved her.
Sorry, what?
I said I loved her.
Rochelle was ultimately found guilty of negligent homicide. Our next case brings us to Ohio in 2007. Daniel Petrick was just 16 years old when he committed an act that would ripple across the globe. A typical teenager from Wellington, Ohio, Daniel was known for his passion for video games, particularly Halo 3. The game, a first-person shooter in a large science fiction universe, was a staple in Daniel's life. However, Mark Petrick, his father, was concerned about the violent themes and the excessive time his son spent gaming and confiscated the game. This act ignited a rage within Daniel, leading to a tragic confrontation. On that same day, Daniel retrieved his father's 9mm handgun and walked into the living room where his parents were sitting. Without uttering a word, he opened fire, shooting both his parents. His mother, Susan, died at the scene, while his father barely survived. Following the shooting, Daniel tried staging the scene to look like a murder-suicide, even placing the gun in his father's hand. However, Mark was able to tell the arriving officers about his son's actions, leading to Daniel's arrest. Our final chapter is in a seemingly ordinary neighborhood in Wisconsin. In the spring of 2014, in the quiet town of Waukesha, an unimaginable act was committed by 2 12-year-old girls, Morgan Geyser and Anissa Wire. What was a fun-filled sleepover turned into a nightmare when the duo lured their friend Peyton Leutner into the woods to play a game. Inspired by their shared obsession with the fictional internet character Slender Man,
there's this website called the Creepypasta Wiki. It's full of horror stories that are meant to purposely scare And there's one of them called, what is it?
They stabbed Leutner 19 times, leaving her for dead in the woods. Their goal was to prove their loyalty to the Slender Man.
So people was screaming in agony.
I didn't want to do this. I was afraid of what would happen if I didn't.
Miraculously, Peyton survived the attack, crawling to the edge of the woods where she was discovered by a passing cyclist. Geyser and Wire were soon arrested. These narratives of the most terrifying teenage killers remind us that darkness can lurk in unexpected places, even in the hearts of children.
Join us next time for more shocking tales in the midst of seemingly peaceful societies.